Hi, everybody. This is Anthony with your Orange County Realtors trainer. We're probably going to get started here in about another minute. Just to let everybody know, thank you very much for attending today's webinar. We are recording today's webinar, and you will get a copy of today's webinar. So if we go over things and you think that you might have missed something, you don't need to worry about it. We are actually recording it, and you will get a copy of that. Oh, we already got a question. You got no sound? That's not good. I see, Mary, that, let's see here. Can you hear me now, Mary? Mary, can you hear me? And oh, it looks like you turned your audio off. Oh, Mary, can you hear me now? Yes, excellent. Awesome. All right, well, let's get started. It's a couple of minutes after 1:30. I want to respect y'all's time. I know that this one's only going to be about an hour long, and we do have a fair amount of information to go over, but I think it's going to be really easy and simple. Just real quickly, welcome to today's webinar on how to better market properties as a listing agent using your free member benefit called RELA, R-E-L-A. And just a quick introduction of who I am. My name is Anthony. I work at Orange County Realtors. Been there now over 17 years. I'm your technology trainer. Started off in the MLS department, so I know guaranteed I have spoken to everybody in this room at least maybe once or twice, maybe even 3 times regarding rules, regulations, violations, all that fun stuff. What I'm also involved with is our outreach program. Our outreach program is designed to give you training on all your tools and products. So not only do I train on MLS, how to run searches, how to modify listings, create CMAs, but I also train on MLS or zip forms, how to put together your contracts electronically, how to digitally sign them, all the advanced tools. And I also train on technology. I love training on technology. I love showing agents all their third-party member benefits to be able to do business. And that's something that we definitely want to take advantage of in today's market, or I should say on our market restrictions today that we are dealing with. And I think you as an agent are going to need to adapt, and I think you guys will adapt very easily to show value that you can still perform your duties as an agent without using the excuse, oh, I'm sorry, because of the quarantine, I can't do anything for you. I think that's going to upset a lot of clients, and hopefully not too many agents will be like that. But those of you that are here today, this was just going to help you step up to the plate. Now, what is RELA? Now, what RELA is, real quickly, is that RELA is a third-party vendor, and what this is a company that will allow you as an agent to create property websites for your listings. Okay. Now, real quickly here, I'm just going to leave this and jump over to the web. And what you want to do is you want to go to RELA, www.rela, H as in Harry, Q as in quit, realahq.com/OCR. And when you go here, you want to activate your free member benefit. Now, what's nice about this tool is that RELA has partnered up with Orange County Realtors to allow you as an agent to have as many property websites as you want that you want to create, but you can only have um, three active published websites absolutely free at no cost to you. So if I scroll down here real quick, I just want to show you on this portal that with your free account, you get 3 active property websites at any given time. So you can have 1,000 property websites that you are creating for all of your listings, but 3 actively published websites at any given time at no cost to you. Then if you want or need to have more property websites, then there is a small fee. Now, you might think, well, that doesn't seem like a lot, right? Well, for agents that are not part of Orange County Realtors, if they go to RELAHQ.com, for them, if they go to sign up for RELA, RELA charges agents that are not Orange County members $24 a month just to have one active property website. So yes, you can have up to 3 active property websites at any given time. So right there, that's a huge savings of close to $75 that you're getting for free. Then if you wanted 5 or more, you're saving $10 to have 5 active property websites, and even $20, and I think that's 20, yep, $20 practically, or another $10 to have up to 25 property websites at no extra charge, or actually for active, okay? So what I would want everybody to do today is to activate your free account, okay? So this is going to be a really great tool for those of you who are listing agents, and not just listing for sale properties, any listing that you're the listing agent on, you want to create a property specific website. And what's the other advantage of having your own property website for your own listing is that you're going to be able to direct lead capture from your personal website, or I should say your property website. So when someone goes into this property website and they click on, get in touch with you or learn more about the property, that lead comes back directly to you. And we're going to touch on that today. Okay. So agents, what you're going to do, you're going to go to www.relahq.com/OCR. And from here, you're going to activate your free account. So come over here towards the right. You're going to put in your first name, your last name, your email address, create a password, and then you're going to put your MLS user ID to verify that you are an Orange County Realtors agent. Then you're going to click on create a free account. Now, once you do that and you've activated your free account, then we're going to create a property website. Now, I know some of you may be thinking, well, geez, creating a property website must be super hard and really tedious to do, right? Not at all. I'm going to show you in 5 easy steps how to create a property website just doing the bare minimum. And then we're going to go into all the extra bells and whistles of having your own property website. So I'm going to show you in 5 easy steps. So after you create your account, now you are the listing agent on a property. We now need to make a property website for that property, right? So this is what we're going to do. Step number 1, we log in. We're going to come over to where it says add properties over into the top right corner. When we click on add property, we're going to simply put in the property's address that we're listing. So maybe here we're going to put in a property address. Oops. 6 Clearwater, Irvine, California, 2617. Okay. Once we put in the property's address and we hit add a property, we now go to step 2. Step 2, we're going to fill out the property details. So here, under the property details section, you'll notice that a property description has been filled in. Now, RELA does not talk to MLS. What they do is they look at all the various different public portals where your property is found: Zillow, Trulia, Realtor.com, Redfin, OC Register, LA Times, things like that. And they pull in public data or information that's been already put out on the web. So here, what we can do under the property details is type in or modify your property description. Now, what's nice about this, a couple of things. One, you know that in the MLS, there are certain things that you can and cannot say in the MLS. Some of those things would be like your phone number, your email address, your websites, your YouTube channel, showing instructions, things of that sort. Also, your property description in the MLS only allows for, I think it's 1,600 characters. Here, because this is your own property website for your own property, you can rewrite and type in whatever you wish in your property description. So now you can even get more descriptive about your home or about the property. So maybe you talk about, call me today at 949-555-5555 for showings. Or subscribe to my YouTube channel at Tony Breed for more videos and information, so on and so forth. So you're not limited to how big or how long your property description is. As a matter of fact, sometimes you have in your property description other things that you've abbreviated to fit as much as you can. Here you can take out those abbreviations and type in the full words. Next part of your property details, the property type. Here defaults to whatever's on public record. But as I had mentioned earlier, you don't have to think of this as just for sale residential homes. As a matter of fact, if you're a listing agent on any property, whether it's a lease, whether it's for sale, whether it's, or I should say, a residential for sale, a commercial for sale, a commercial lease, or even better yet, a business opportunity, just simply under the property type, click on the down arrow and select the appropriate property type. Here we've got single family, duplex, triplex, quadplex, condo, co-op, mobile home, multifamily, timeshare, townhome, miscellaneous. Here you go, under miscellaneous, or even here's the other choice, other. Here, the other, this is a business opportunity. As an example. So you as the listing agent can create a property specific website or a listing specific website for any and all your listings. Okay. Next thing that you're going to do, put in your list price. What's the list price on the listing? Down below, underneath the description, the amenities. Now here under the amenities section, you do have preset choices. If you wanted to select some choices real quickly, like city lights, golf course lot, just click on them so that they're added. But what happens in a lot of these cases where we don't see an amenity here, but our home has one or has something that we want to talk about or showcase? How do I get this in the amenities section? Well, very easily. Just simply click in the amenities box so that your cursor blinks, and now just type in the amenity that you have and hit tab. So here what we're going to do is we're going to type in all the necessary amenities that this home has, like, oh, I don't know, stainless steel Viking appliance is tab. And, oh, I don't know, mother and father-in-law quarters, maid quarters, so on and so forth, and type in whatever you need. Okay, so here, type in as many amenities as you want. Next, back over to the left or to the right, year built, all pulled from public record. How many bedrooms, how many bathrooms the property has, pulled from county record. The square footage, maybe if the square footage was different or you put something different on the MLS, then put what that is, your estimation. Maybe even the lot size. Here, type in how many stories the property is, if the garage is attached or detached, and how many total car spaces or parking spaces, including the garage, the home has. But there's even something else that you can do here in the property description or the property details. You can even list your open house dates. So maybe you've got several open houses. Click on the open house or add an open house. And now for your property website, you can say when your open houses are, from what date, on what dates at what times. Just like so. Okay, so that way that's displayed. Now, once you fill in all your property details, come back over to the top right, click Save. It's important that you hit Save before choosing something else. If you don't hit Save and you jump from details to photo gallery, you're going to lose everything that you did here. Okay, so always hit Save at the top right corner. Are there any questions on the property details section yet? Looks pretty easy. All right, so that's step 2. Step 3, the photo gallery. We're going to upload our photos. A couple of nice things about this. You may or may not be aware that MLS allows you to have up to 75 photos on your listing. But most of those photos have a very limited or size limit per photo. I do believe the size limit is 6 megabytes per photo, which usually translates to either low to medium definition. Well, I'm assuming that everybody here attending today has a photographer take photos, right? And how many photos does your photographer typically take of a property? Probably anywhere from what, maybe 100 to 200 photos. And some of those photos are in low or medium definition, but he or she also has high definition photos. And you kind of go, well, geez, I really wish I could use those high def photos. Well, guess what? Here, again, with your property website, under the photo gallery, we are not limited to how many photos we can upload. As a matter of fact, unlike the MLS where we have to pick and choose our best 75 photos out of our 200, we can literally upload all 200 photos for our property website for our listing. And instead of uploading the low or medium resolution photos like MLS, we can actually instead get the high def or high definition photos and upload them here. Now, I will tell you, uploading photos on your own property website is far easier than it is on MLS, though the steps are kind of the same. So the easy steps to add your photos, simply have your photos on your computer, come to your photo gallery as you're inputting or creating your property website and click on Add Files. From here, you're going to browse your computer for those files of your listing. And now I'm going to simply click on my very first photo. And if I'm on a PC, I'm going to hold down my Control key. If I'm on a Mac, I'm going to hold down my Command key. And I'm going to select all my other photos for my listing, just like so. Now I'm going to click on Open. When I hit Open, we immediately see here that RELA automatically has now uploaded all those photos for my property, which now, give it 2 seconds, 3, 2, 1, This should now refresh. And we're going to see here the 13 photos that I just uploaded. And that took us less than a minute. Just like so. Now, a couple of nice things about this real quick. Maybe I need my very first photo to be the outside of the home. Sure. Instead of the MLS where I grab the photo, put it to slot 2, then grab slot 1 and move it over to slot 2 so that slot 2 becomes number 1. Here, far easier. Come over to the photo, click and hold with my mouse, drag it, and let go. So here we can very easily and quickly reorder our photos. Just like so. As a matter of fact, I can even click on the description and write a description. If the picture has been augmented, meaning that it's been enhanced, whereby the photographer or you change the color of the walls, added in furniture electronically, write it in your description. Picture is an augmented photo. That way you just protect yourself. Okay? So that's step 3. Step 4, your theme and contact information. Basically, under the theme and contact section over here towards the left, the theme of my website, and I'm just going to add in my contact information for the very first time, the first time I do this. When I click on this tab, here we see the current theme as Rubik-version 2. Over towards the right is what the website currently looks like. So I get an immediate preview. We see here, based on this theme, this is what the property website looks like. There's my photo, first photo of the home. We see an open house date or dates that I scheduled based on our property details. We can scroll down and see the price, bedroom, bathroom, square footage. We actually get to see my property description. And of course, we get to see my photos. The amenities, who it's presented by or listed by, in this case, me, but just imagine that we haven't added that yet. This will be blank. Down below, how to get in touch with me. They write in their information, hit submit. I'm going to get their information. Now, what happens if I don't like the way this website looks? Very easy. Come back over here towards the right, click on change theme. When I do that, RELA gives me 14 different templates for my website to choose from. These are all free. All I need to do now, select the next theme. It processes. And now I get to see what this theme looks like. So what's nice about this is that you as an agent can now pick and choose specific themes on how you want your properties to be presented. And again, with 14 different themes, you can have every one of your listings be very unique to your clients. And let's try that one, the stack, just to see what that looks like. There we go. So everything's stacked on top of each other. Very, very cool. Are there any questions on this so far? Looks pretty simple. Next thing that we're going to do, underneath the theme, we're going to upload our company logo. Just like with all first point of contact information, we should, just like on our business cards, have our company logo. Down below, we're going to edit our contact information the very first time we create a property website. Here, upload your own personal image or your profile picture. Make sure it's an updated photo of yourself. Don't be like some of the board of directors that I know that still use their photos from 20, 30, 40 years ago. Make sure it's updated and current. Make sure your name is spelled correctly. Put in your phone number, your email address, your company name, and of course your DRE license number. And you can even put in your own personal website. So if you have a separate website, like your own agent website, put that here so that people can see it on your own website. If you have access to social media because you're a social media guru, come down below and under social media, input your contact information for your social media. Click on add more. choose the contact or choose the social media platform, and then type it in. And then save. Once you save this contact information, this will always be here ready to upload for every one of your websites. So that's step 4. Step 5, come up to the top left corner where it says not published, hit the down arrow and choose published. When you hit publish, this now activates your property website for the entire world to see. So now, how do you know what the website is? Over here, back towards the left under domains, RELA, as your free member benefit, automatically creates a domain name for your property website. You can now take this domain name and put it out there to the world. You can put it on your social media. You can put it on your personal website. You can put it on your flyers, your mail marketing. You could do whatever you need to get this property website out there for people to find. You'll notice here that with RELA, they always, as part of the website or the property website, always put in the street number and street name of the property. And of course, they follow it with .relahq.com. Now, if you don't like that, then you can order or create or actually purchase a custom domain name. So if you want something different, you can either buy it from RELA for, I think it costs us about $14.95. Or if you've already purchased the domain name, say from GoDaddy, then down below you can actually put in the domain name that you purchased, and they will double check to make sure nobody else is already using the same domain name, and then you can use that instead. But these two methods here, the current domain and or I should say, add a custom domain or put in the domain name, that requires you to spend money. In this case, because we like to take advantage of our free stuff where we can, when we can, and especially at this type of market that we're in, let's go with the free. Now, those were those 5 big steps. Did that look super hard? Look pretty simple, right? Are there any questions so far? I'm just going to get a little drink of water here real quick. Sorry about that. So are there any questions? Looks pretty easy, right? If you did nothing else, just putting in the address to add a property, putting in your property details, putting in photos, choosing your theme, and then hitting publish, that's it. That's all you got to do. So what are the other benefits to this? Well, this is where all the extra bells and whistles come in, okay? So you took less than 5 minutes to make the property website, but now we've got other bells and whistles that we want to do to make this property website stand out. So how do we do that? First thing that we're going to do is we're going to go to the photo gallery. Here under the photo gallery, we have our list of photos. On the property website, we see that in the background image, it's the very first photo, but yet sometimes as we do, or as we go through the internet and we sit at websites, sometimes we like to get entertained before going down or having to go down. And what I mean by that is we like to see what other things scroll through the website, right? So what we're going to do is we're going to actually make a slideshow on the website of the pictures so that a person does not necessarily have to click on the individual pictures down under the photos section to look at the photos. How we do this from the photo gallery is near the top left here where it says gallery options. We're going to click on that. When we click on gallery options, a drop-down menu appears, and we're going to click on where it says virtual tour off, and we're going to click. From here over towards the left-hand side, we're going to turn it on by changing the status from off to enable. Next, underneath that, how long we want in between each photo. Now, typically 6 seconds is a long time. But what we can do, click on the down arrow and say we want the pictures to change every 4 seconds. The effect, pan zoom, either coming in or coming out, we can hit the down arrow and say fade in and fade out as our other option. Now, if we had more than 200 photos here, we could come down below here on the right and pick and choose what photos out of our 200 plus photos that we want in this automatic slideshow. I would say at least no more than 7, maybe even 12, the most. Pick your best pictures to be in that slideshow. So now when you hit save, we've now created a slideshow virtual tour on our website. So to see what that looks like, guess where we're going to go? We're going to come back over to the left, click on theme and contact, and we're going to see here the website. And it just faded to the next picture in 3, 2, 1, to the next, 3, 2, 1, to the next, so on and so forth. So right away, we've got a slideshow of all the photos for this property. And again, I didn't have to go down to where it says photos. And where are my photos? Menu, photos, and look at the individual photos. I did it all from one spot. Now, the next thing that you're going to do, videos and virtual tours. Agents, you guys need to start doing videos, at least for your listings. Less than 12% of the listings in our MLS currently have virtual tours. I would say this is something that's really super big in today's market that you should be doing. More than 75% of consumers today like to see a video before making a purchase of whatever it is, especially of homes. So if less than 12% of, or more than 12% of the agents aren't doing video of properties, and yet more than 75% of consumers or customers want a video of a property, then we're not meeting the client's needs. So ask your photographer to put together a virtual tour for you, at least of the property. Or maybe you take the photos that they've sent you and you make your own virtual tour. Now, in our MLS system, we're only allowed an unbranded tour from time to time, right? Or in certain sections. Yet, I think the maximum videos that you can have on a property is 2. One branded, one unbranded. Here, because again, like with your property, or because this is your property website, like with the photos, you are unlimited to the amount of photos that you can add. Well, guess what? You're unlimited to the amount of videos you can add. Very easy to add a video. Just simply under the video section, come down below, hit add a video. If the video is on your YouTube channel, just simply go to your YouTube. Find your video on your YouTube channel. Very easy here. We'll just go to my channel. We'll go to my videos. And maybe I grab one of my videos just like so. And from here at the very top, that URL, we're going to highlight it, right click, copy. Now I'm going to come back over to my property website. I'm going to upload an existing video from YouTube. So I'm just simply clicking this box, right click, paste it. Now I'm going to say upload. Now I've just uploaded a video to my website. If I have the MP4 or the hard copy of the video because I made it myself, simply click on the add video, and this time choose the second choice, upload the video directly from your computer. And now I can click on it or choose file, find the videos on my computer. And where's one? Got so many files on my computer. Oh, there's one. All right, click on it. It's going to take it a couple of seconds here, and it will upload. Okay. So I want everybody to think about this. When it comes to uploading videos, especially for a property website, a video is not just going to be the video of the home. Think about your other videos that you are hopefully creating. And if you haven't created one, create one today. Upload your introductory video or your intro video of who you are as an agent in this business. Put that on your property website. It's all about marketing, right? But might as well put who you are as that person, right? Next video, maybe you have a couple of community videos. So this home's in a certain neighborhood, in a certain city, in a certain community. Well, do a community video to try to entice or tell people that actually come to this website, what are the benefits of living in this neighborhood? What are the schools like? What are the restaurants and shopping and businesses like in the area? Does it seem like a friendly neighborhood? Or, whatever other stuff. Maybe you talk about or upload a video from some of the community city events that are going on, like Mission Viejo fireworks in July, things like that. Or, yearly concerts. Talk about that. Upload those videos as part of your property website. Now, there's also a second choice here, real quickly. Oh, and by the way, anybody doing those types of videos now in your video marketing? I'm just curious. Anyone? Have you done an intro video of who you are or what you do in the business or what you've learned uniquely that you specialize in the business? At least? No one's done any of that? Well, hopefully after today you'll take a chance and sit down in front of the computer and do some video. I think this is going to be really big, especially right now when we're limited to face-to-face interaction. I think this is a time for you guys to take advantage of the market and utilize those types of tools to really still market properties as well as market yourself to the public without necessarily being face-to-face. Most of our laptop computers all have a camera built right at the top of the screen. We don't have to spend a lot of money. We just talk for 30 seconds and introduce yourself. Hi, I'm Anthony with Jack and Jill Real Estate. I like doing videos. I'm trying this out for my very first time of doing a video and speak on it. Talk about things. Now, besides these types of videos, has anybody ever heard of the videos like Matterport or 360 videos? Like, as an example, if you've never seen one before, something like this. This is a 360-degree video. I can look up and down. I don't want to look at the agent, so I'm just going to turn around and look at the wall or anything like that. I can see the floors. I can jump from one room to another. Type of thing. Well, these types of videos, or Matterport, which is one of the more common ones, those are considered now virtual tours. So maybe you ask your photographer, and I want everybody to think about this. Ask your photographer if they do an actual 360 or a Matterport tour and how much it costs. I know there's a lot of photographers, especially with Orange County, that are affiliate members that will do it for a couple of $100 for about 20 or 2,000 square feet. And which doesn't sound like a lot of money for how big the house is. So this is a great way of being able to showcase a house to potential buyers to give them a walkthrough. If you have that type of tour done, then for your property website, next to where it says video, click on virtual tour. From here, we're going to add the virtual tour. And here's a sample of one. We're going to take that link that we got from our Matterport or our photographer from Matterport. We're going to copy it and paste it, and then we're going to upload the tour. Now, if nobody in the room has ever seen a Matterport tour before, it is pretty awesome. So here we're just going to play this Matterport tour just to give you an idea of what one of these tours looks like. So we're going to click on it, and then we're going to play it. It's going to upload. Here, real quickly, we get to actually see what they call the dollhouse model of the home. And now we're in the house. So now what I can do as a buyer is freely look around the house, and I can actually move from room to room. I see there's a bedroom, kind of a nice view from the bedroom right here at the entryway. I can leave the room, walk down the hallway. Oh, I see this room has a bathroom, which is great. And jump down the hallway here just a little bit. I see that there's an office. Oh, there's the kitchen. Let's go in the kitchen, see what the kitchen looks like. And I can freely look around. Wow, isn't that an amazing view from the kitchen? So tours like this are really super huge in today's market. And this is even before the coronavirus epidemic that we're dealing with. I think what this does for us, and oops, I'm sorry. Let's look in that master bathroom real quick. Not a bad master bathroom, pretty simple, right? But what's interesting about something like this is that now we can give showings to a home without necessarily having to let people in the house. There are times where we've got clients, sellers that don't like people walking through their house or having an open house. So how do we accommodate and be able to get people to see what the home looks like? It's with tours like this. It's with tours like this. So now, especially with this corona epidemic, where we're supposed to stay at home, which is now harder for us to show homes and get buyers to go and see homes because, geez, we don't want people getting infected with each other's germs. Get your photographer, if you can, to do tours like this. It's kind of amazing what the photographers can do nowadays with these cameras, right? Because now what you can do is set that seller's mind at ease that you're not going to have 1,000 people walk through your home. I now do a virtual 360 tour of your home. So now that only interested buyers and actually wanting to make offers will want to see it. And listing or buying agents, tours like this now limits you from showing 40, 50, 60 homes to one client to maybe only seeing your biggest 5, right? Because if they've got access to tours like this, they already know what the home looks like. The only reason why they want to actually see the home is to actually get a feel. So really, yes, we are still going to be a face-to-face business, but this is a way to accommodate our current circumstances and just the future. So anybody like that? And like with the videos, we can upload as many of these types of tours on our own property website. Are there any questions on this? No extra questions? Okay. All right. Next, we can add in music. You can add music to our website. Here, RELA gives you about 14, 15 different pieces of music, all considered duty-free music. Just simply find a song here, click on the play button, and now you can hear what the song is like. Oh, Rochelle. Rochelle asks, will you be able to provide us a link to review this presentation? Yes, you're going to get a copy of this webinar sent to you, just like with the first class that you were in. Sorry. Oh, thank you, Rochelle. All right, so here we can play music. And if you can hear the songs, they all are pretty, they set a mood, they set a tone. If you like a song and you like it for your property website, hit add. Once you hit add, now the song has been added to your website. So if you want to take a look at what it looks like with your music, we're now going to go back to theme and contact. We're going to preview it real quick here. So here we get to see the, and I'm not sure if that actually muted that. So here you can actually get your music going, set a mood for when anybody goes to your website. The mood is set. They can look at their tours, they can watch the videos, all the while the music's playing. The next thing that you can also do is add in documents and floor plans like PDF files to your website. Why would you ever need to add a document? Well, maybe there are certain special circumstances in buying the property. Maybe it's a probate, maybe it's a probate sale, and usually there are certain stipulations that need to be upfront to all potential buyers about that probate, about certain regulations, certain stipulations, things like that. Or maybe this property website is for a lease. With this docs area, I'm going to upload an application to rent along with my client's stipulations to for reviewing everybody's uh, application. Sorry, my brain shut off there for a second. So here I'm going to upload the application to rent for them to be able to download, fill out, sign it, and get it back over to me. Also, I can make sure that other documents like, what the seller need or requires in order to submit an offer or to submit the application, like FICO score, income, things like that, I'm being upfront and honest about with people right out of the gate. Okay. Next thing here, besides this, brochures. So say we put the property website all together. We want to promote it. Maybe we want to do an open house. We've got those open house dates scheduled. Anybody here pay somebody a large amount of money to put together a flyer or spend a lot of time putting together a flyer for their open house? And you can be honest. I won't call you out, but okay, I see 1, 2 people. Excellent. So here with RELA, under the brochure section under your marketing, RELA will give you, hopefully, if this comes up, 4 different type of templates for your marketing. First is your flyers. Now, even though you got 4 different types of templates, doesn't mean that you're only limited to these 4 options. Click on, say, the flyers. Here under the flyers section, we are given 7 different flyer choices to choose from. Some front and back, others just 1 page. If you like a flyer or you want to use a particular flyer, just simply hover over top of the flyer, click on the down arrow and say use this design. Now, in some cases, you need to pizzazz it, right? Well, hover over top of the flyer, click on the eyeglass or magnifying glass icon, and now this flyer is fully editable. Everything about this flyer is editable. As a matter of fact, I can just simply click on the existing choices in, change the font size. I can even change their spacing. I can change their color. Everything's editable about these flyers. I can even add in extra things over here toward on the left-hand side, like an extra text box. Oops. And this does take a little bit of practice. Won't be sorry you bought this home. Things like that. You can do whatever you need to this text, to these pictures, to these colors. And crazy enough, and actually it's not even crazy, say you save your information at this point. Now at the very top, I can download this flyer. Now these flyers, or I should say all these brochures, are high-def PDF files. So now I can send it off to my printer and print out these elaborate, gorgeous looking flyers. Or maybe I take it to Kinko's, get the really fancy looking glossy paper to put my flyers on, to put it at my open house, or to put on the flyer stand for people to come by and grab. So what's nice about the flyer section, or I should say about all those brochures, is that everything's fully customizable. Now, besides the flyers, you also have brochures that you can make. Now, the brochures, I'm sure some of you, if you've ever been to, say, like the beach area properties like Newport or Laguna, some of those multi-million-dollar properties where you see those lovely 4-page pamphlets about the home. Anybody ever see those? Probably a few of you. Well, guess what? Click on the brochures. Here you're given 1, 2, 3, 4 different types of brochures, 4-page brochures that you can pick and choose from. Some landscape, some horizontal or portrait. Just simply click on the design, hit use the design, and this is what it looks like. And again, each and every one of these pages are fully customizable. So I can change things, change fonts, change the order of the pictures, maybe take out one, add a new one in. I have access to all of that here. And again, this is a front back 4-page brochure that I can send off to my printer because I can download it and email it off to my printer. You'll want to promote your properties on social media. Well, you've got a social media platform here. Just listed, just sold, social media, open house announcements that you can share to your Facebook, your Instagram. Mostly this is for Instagram, but LinkedIn, whatever you need. Okay. And then lastly, under the brochures, you've got postcards. Who doesn't like to send out a just listed, just sold postcard about their home? Here with RELA, you've got 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, 20 different postcards to choose from. And if you look, we've got different sizes, 5 by 8, or 5.5 by 8.5, 6 by 11, 4 by 6. And again, these are front and back postcards. And again, everything's customizable. So just simply choose your design. And now you've got your front and back sections. That what's nice about the postcard, I can say, download this, send this off to my EDM to say, make my postcards, and here's my mailer list to this neighborhood. Now I've just saved myself a ton of money and a ton of time, because some of these flyer designers usually take anywhere from a few days to maybe, heaven forbid, a couple of weeks. And then they charge you probably anywhere from $200 to $1,000, $200 to $1,000, depending on how many you need. So they're designing it and then they're charging you an arm and a leg. Here we can actually create these things in less than a couple of minutes. So we're going to save ourselves a lot of money on cost. Anybody like the brochures or the flyers? Any questions on any of these? All right, ready to go over one last thing? The last thing that we're going to do now, and what I like about our property website and what I love about RELA is that RELA partners up with Facebook for Facebook ads. Most of you probably have a Facebook business page. And if you've ever created a targeted ad on a Facebook business page, that probably took you anywhere from 10 minutes to 20 minutes to make a Facebook ad. Here with RELA, you can create a Facebook targeted ad campaign in less than 2 minutes. Now I'm just going to walk you through the steps here, but very easy. It's really easy to do, and I'll share a true story here with you in a second. But I'm just going to click on this pre-recorded video on how this generally works, but we're not going to go through the entire video. We're just going to stop and start it at certain points. So say we're going to create the ad, or after we create the property website, we're going to go back into the details, and we're going to, next to where it says RELA Facebook ads, we're going to click on get started. Oops, we got a question. Does RELA only work with business Facebook or personal? You can only advertise business on business. If you're doing business on your personal page, it's just a matter of time before Facebook suspends you, because they want to see you have a Facebook business page doing business on your business page. Now, it doesn't mean that you can't share something on your business page back to your personal, but they want to see the business originated at the business page. So don't get yourself into trouble by just doing business on your personal page. Because I've known agents, or a few agents, to actually get suspended from Facebook and not allowed back on because they were misusing the personal page. So don't do that. And literally, you can create a business page in less than 15 minutes. It's just a matter of posting content. And this is some of the content that you can post. All right. Did that answer your question, Rochelle? Good to know. Oh, you're welcome. All right. So here we're going to click on Get Started. When we click on Get Started, right here, it's going to basically ask us to create the ad. So first thing that we're going to start over here is our budget and time. Now, currently, right now, the cost has gone up to $7 per day. So you have to run a Facebook ad at least $7 per day through RELA with a minimum of 1 week. So that means that you're spending at least $49. So what you can do here under the budget and timing, how long you want to run an ad. Say you want to run a 2-week ad. So put in your 2-week time frame, when you want the ad to start, when you want it to stop, and how much money you want in the budget. Typically, maybe about $100. From there, the audience or the objective of the ad. Are you trying to generate leads, or are you trying to get page views on the property website? Typically, you as an agent, you're probably going to want to generate leads. Under this, what kind of leads are you wanting to try to grab? Are you trying to grab buyer leads, agent leads, lender leads, or investors? Depending on the property, chances are you're probably going to try to get buyers or tenants. Now, because of Facebook marketing today, these two sections have changed down below. Because Facebook got in trouble with their ads of gender discrimination, they've no longer allowed you to pick between male and female. It's automatically set to all genders. Just like with age, people sued Facebook for age discrimination on their targeted ads. So now you can't age discriminate. You have to be 18 or over or 18 or under. Typically for you, It's going to be 18 and over. Down below, they've even changed this a little bit under the location. I would say prior to October of last year, you used to be able to type in the cities or zip codes of where you wanted the ad to be seen by people. Today, you have to do it by radius, but your radius can go out 100, 200, 300 miles from the subject property. Okay, so make that circle as big as you need it to be. Okay, once you've said what you want the ad to do, you hit next. Let's get there. Next, you actually get to see what the ad looks like right away. So RELA puts the ad together for you, but maybe you want to change some things. Well, you can fully edit everything on this ad. Now, for demo purposes, just ignore where it says real estate, right? Here, what it's going to say is your business page name. Okay, so make sure that your business page name meets all first point of contact information. So if you've ever been through one of my social media classes in setting up your Facebook business page, I go over making sure that you create your business page correctly to at least try to make first point of contact requirements by DRE. Under the edit image, you can take out or swap out the main image. You can even upload the video as well as part of the main background. So everything about this, about this ad is fully editable if you choose. From there, after you pick and choose what you want, re-editing things, adding things like that that you may or may not want in the ad, and you hit next, now you get a chance to review what the ad's going to do. So here is what the ad's going to look like. What are the objectives of the ad? In this case, how much money you're spending, like $100 over 14 days from this date to this date. Your objective is to generate leads for buyers. And of course, within a 300-mile radius. If you like everything that you see here, you're going to hit publish my ad. And once you hit publish my ad, now you're off to the races. So what happens here is that if you've ever been into Facebook, you probably notice these ads right in your news feeds, right? So the ad appears directly in your news feed. And if you have never seen that, let me pop over to my Facebook real quick. And this is a big difference between an ad versus a boosted post. A boosted post tends to be off to the right-hand side of everybody's pages that just sticks there. Whereas a targeted ad appears like here, Disney is sending out targeted ads to subscribe to their Disney Plus channel, right? So you probably see this all the time in your Facebook. And let's find another one here. I usually have about 3 or 4. I'm surprised I haven't gotten any from, here we go. From Zillow. That really surprises me. Here we go. Rain Dew. Somebody with their coins. Wow. They've got a nice little video in the ad. So what's nice about this is that at this point, the viewer has 2 choices. One, they can click on like this page. If they click on like this page, this sends an immediate like to your business page, which now you can invite them to be a friend to your personal page. And now you can build rapport. But the more important part is down below here under the Learn More section. If this person wants to learn more about this property and they click on Learn More, a window immediately opens up, and you'll notice here that information is immediately populated in from that person's Facebook account. So their full name appears, their email address appears, and their phone number appears. This is what needs to be on their account. So Facebook immediately says, this is your account information, hit submit to give you, the agent, the information on the ad. or that from the ad. So means that Facebook is already pre-vetting every lead that's clicking on that learn more button and who's submitting their information. So you know that this is true information. They have to give over their true name. They have to give over an email address, which is viable or true, because when they put in their email address, when they create a Facebook account, a email is sent verifying the email that they have to respond to, just like their phone number is sent an immediate text to verify that this is a valid number, or else Facebook won't let them create the account. So right away, Facebook is giving you a real person, knock on wood. Now, where does this all end up? This ends up back to you. Where you're going to find this is that anytime that somebody clicks on learn more and they submit their information to you, RELA is always going to send you right now an email saying someone has clicked on your ad in Facebook for your property website. What you're now needing to do, and let's see here if I can go into RELA again. Go back into your website. From here, when you open up RELA and you click on under your Manage Properties section, from here, you're going to scroll right on down. And the first thing you're going to see is some analytics about the property. Okay. Under the property analytics, you're going to see how well your ad is doing, how many people have gone to the property website, who's visiting it, this, that, and the other. But most importantly, you're going to see who submitted their information to you. So back at the video, this is what you're going to see. Things like this. So this person who ran their ad spent $54 to run a week-long ad out of their, or 2-week ad out of $100. They had 1,200 impressions, meaning that 1,200 people saw their ad. 74 people of that 1,200 clicked on the ad itself. And out of those clicks, 7 people actually gave over their information, which now in the property website, you will see that person below. Now, what's nice about this is that if you clicked on that lead, you'll see their phone number and email address. So you can at least directly email them from your property website or from RELA, or you can give them a call right then and there. Now, anybody here have a CRM, a contact management system of some sort? You probably do, right? Well, with your property website or with this, if you have leads sitting here, there is a choice under your property leads to export them into your CRM. So this will allow you to export it into a CSV file, and then you can import that CSV file into your CRM for you to be able to apply all your action plans. This is an amazing tool. Now, can I share with you a really quick story about how I know this really works? So around February of last year, I had taught RELA at an office called Laguna Woods Properties here in Laguna Woods. And one of the agents there by the name of Warren, really nice guy, said, "No way, Tony, is it this easy to get leads?" He goes, "There's no way that Facebook ads through RELA are this easy." And I said, "Okay, Warren, after class, let's sit down, create the ad, and get you going. Let me show you how easy it is." So he said, "No problem, Tony. I do have a listing. I want to get people to see it, but I want to make sure that this is super easy." And I said, "Okay, not a problem." So after class, we sat down, literally took us 2 minutes to walk through to create the ad. What he did was he said he wanted to run a 2-week ad. He wanted to spend only $100. At the time, he was able to say what zip codes or what cities he wanted to market. So he had a lot more freedom at the time. He wanted to generate buyer leads. And then when all was said and done, he didn't even modify what the ad looked like. other than he just made sure his information was correct on his Facebook business page. Then he hit publish. And I said, great. He goes, wow, that was super easy. I said, yep, just as easy. He goes, all right, so now I just need to get leads. And I said, yep, let me know how well the ad does. I go, so you're running 2 weeks, so I expect a phone call from you in 2 weeks. Funny enough, 3 weeks go by. I hadn't heard from Warren. Warren gives me a call on week 3, a day before I'm supposed to revisit back at his office to give training on how to do videos. And Warren said, hey, Tony, I'm so excited. I totally forgot to give you a call 2 weeks out after the ad ran. And I just wanted to, it reminded me because I saw that you're going to be here tomorrow at my office. I wanted to, it reminded me to tell you how bad or how good the ad ran. And I said, oh, great. I go, did the ad run well? He goes, it went really well. I said, all right, Warren, tell me your numbers. So he goes, all right, very easy. He goes, I spent my $100 for my 2-week ad. The impressions I got were 1,700 people saw the ad. Out of those 1,700 people that saw the ad, 94 of them actually clicked on the ad itself. Out of those 94, he got 13 leads. And I said, that's awesome, Warren. You got 13 contacts. That's great. How many of them did you convert? And he got really quiet over the phone. He goes, Tony, I can tell you I hadn't called a single lead yet. And I said, Warren, what are you doing? He goes, I know. I can't believe I got 13 leads here. I will give them a call. And I said, well, I'm going to be at your office tomorrow. I want you to tell me or call them today and tell me and your office mates how many of them you converted. I don't care if it's one or all of them. I go, I want to hear what you did. So needless to say, show up at his office the next day. We talked about it, told him the numbers, and I said, when he got to the 13 leads, I said, that's great, Warren. Did you call them? Not thinking that he actually would. He said, yes, Tony, I did call them. I said, really? Did you convert any? He goes, I did. I go, how many did you convert? He goes, I converted 6 of those leads. I go, seriously? He goes, out of the 13 leads that I received, I converted 6 of them. One of which is wanting to move from New York here to California and wants to buy this actual house. And I said, that's super awesome. I go, let me know what happens with those other 5 leads. A month goes by, month and a half goes by. He gave me a call and he said, Tony, out of those 5 leads, all of them actually, he goes, are either in escrow or about to close escrow. He goes, the person that came from New York actually is closing escrow tomorrow on this home that we did the ad on. I've got 2 other people that are flying out from, I think it was Boston and Florida to go and see homes while they're here visiting over the weekend. And he's got the other 1 or 2 in escrow. So just to tell you how amazing this is, for just $100, he got 6 viable, workable leads out of the 13. And he probably would have had 13 out of 13 if you had just followed up at the time that they were coming. So it does work. And I think for the amount of money that you're spending with the amount of time, it is well worth getting at least even just 1 lead from. Okay. All right. Well, that's enough of my banter. Are there any questions about anything that we went over today? Any questions at all? Nobody's got any questions? Looked pretty simple, I hope. I hope everybody at least creates a property website for their next listing. Keep this in mind. I think it'll be really helpful. Oh, one other nice thing about this too, say at the end of the day, the property closes, come back into RELA, find your published property, and come over to where it says published and click on the down arrow and say unpublish. What you don't want to do is delete out the property. And the reason why you don't want to delete it is that you want to show your next sellers what you do specifically for each and every one of your clients in listing a property. What you're going to do here is when you hit unpublish a property, what this now does is it takes the property down from the web, and now it frees up one of your extra spots to create a new property website or activate another property website. So honestly, if you're, listing maybe 1 or 2 properties a month, where as one property closes, you get to list another property, take them down and put new ones up, right? But now at the end of the day, you're going to have a whole list of properties that you have. And now during your listing presentations, you can go and show these sellers what you do specifically to list their homes. And this just shows customer service. Question, can I use other realtors' listings to create leads? No, you can't. Because if you notice down to the contact information or the contact section, it says listed, presented by. So if you're all of a sudden creating a property website for someone else's listing, where you're saying that you're the listing agent, you're now misleading the public, which is a big no-no to your code of ethics. So please don't do this. Don't do that. This is only meant for you to be, if you're the listing agent on the home. Now, if you're working with a team, like the breed team as an example, then each and everybody that's on the team should be able to make the property website, but this is where the second person or the second contact helps, because now you can reference your team information as the second presented listed by. So Anthony Breed is the main listing agent, but I'm part of the Breed group, if that makes sense. So please don't do property websites for other agents' listings. That's a quick way to find yourself in grievance and start getting fines and possibly suspended from the MLS, as well as get your license suspended. So don't advertise another agent's listings, please. Even if I have permission, no, you're not the listing agent. If you're not the listing agent, you can't advertise a property, right? Even if it's not yours. Look at your listing agreement. You can't do it. The only time you can get permissions from them is to use photos or take photos of the property. But even then, you've got to give the listing agent credit. So in a way, you're still giving the listing agent credit or putting their name on your property website. So it kind of defeats the purpose of you generating a lead. So don't do it. Especially if you and I work at different companies. Last thing I would want is if you were at ABC Realty and I'm at Jack and Jill, and you put my name down, now all of a sudden the property is listed by both Jack and Jill and ABC. That's not going to fly well. And that'll get you into trouble. Are there any other questions? Well, if there are no other questions, I want to thank everybody for attending today's webinar. You should get a copy of this, if not later today, early tomorrow morning. And I hope you guys enjoy trying out RELA. Definitely, for sure, activate your free account. And maybe you create some unpublished websites that you can play around with some of the features on. Maybe you make a property website for your home address. Just make sure you don't hit publish. That way you don't accidentally tell people that your home's for sale. So be careful of that. If there are no other questions, I hope everybody has a great day. If you have any other questions, maybe even after the webinar, please feel free to contact me either via phone at 949-586-6800. My extension is 104, or you can email me at Tony, Tony, at ocar.org. I hope everybody has a great day, and I will talk to you all soon. Bye. Oh, and if you're here for the 3:30 class, I look forward to seeing you in just a few moments where we get to go over Glide. Have a great day.